Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ya Rabbi lakal hamdu kama yanbawi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamdu bima khalaqtana wa razaqtana wa hadaytana wa farajta anna. Allahumma lakal hamdu bil iman wa lakal hamdu bil islam wa lakal hamdu bil Quran. Amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidna ilma. Allahumma faqqihna fid din. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'an wa amalan mutaqabbalan wa rizqan tayyiba. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Allahumma thabbitna indal mauti bila ilaha illallah. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Lesson number 2 in Madina book with some theory, inshallah, we're gonna start. But before that, I'm really happy that subhanallah, lot of homework are done, lot of people has attempted the quiz and they did an amazing job on the quiz. So I really appreciate them. Barakallahu fi ilmikum. So may Allah bless you guys. May Allah put barakah in your knowledge, in your iman, in your awqat, in your times. May Allah bless you guys. May Allah give the best reward of your hard work and make this hard work heavy on your scale on the day of judgment, inshallah. And may this hard work be a ticker to your Jannatul Firdausul Ala, inshallah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. So inshallah, keep up your hard work. There are, I have been sent a list, lot of students, mashallah, almost 35 students. They have get 100% on the quiz, which is great and amazing. And I'm very proud of you guys. So you guys are special. I will look into the names and inshallah, I will make special duas for these students. And someone has just done the homework. They didn't attempt the quiz. And I'm sure that there are many who did not even attempt the quiz and did not do the homework. So that is not an attitude with the language of Quran should be. We put a lot of effort in other studies, and this study deserve better, that we should put our hard work, heart and soul in it. Okay, so those people.
Sorry, I did the homework. I sent it to Sister Ramzia, but I didn't know when we have a quiz.
Okay, so inshallah, keep an eye. Sister Marin can share one more time. And inshallah, in this week, you guys can attempt the previous one and the new one, inshallah. Okay?
Yeah.
So just do your homework and quizzes, then inshallah, you are gonna stay committed and motivated. Otherwise, you're gonna lose the interest, okay?
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shazida. I just want to say one thing. Like, I have noticed, because we have now 3 study sessions for 3 days, and everyone has their own group. So a student might not looking at the Madina group link where we post the homework and quiz and everything. And I think that group is inside the Nur and Ala Nur community. It doesn't show in our WhatsApp app normally. So that's why I send my group the text, like they have to keep their eyes on Madina group link in order to get the quiz, everything. Study session only, study session related, and everything else in the Madina group. for homework, quiz,
So why not
PDF, everything.
we keep
We
quiz
can
and homework
inshallah.
study group?
Yeah, we can inshallah post it in each study group too. That will make it
It is,
more
yeah,
good, inshallah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Because I
Put
just
in the
noticed that.
group and
Mhm.
the other group as well. Okay, so easy and
Okay,
simple. Well,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Jazakallah.
Okay, so inshallah, let's start our class. And before we move on to our lesson, let's revise. So last class, we learned that there are going to be three kinds of words in Arabic, and they are ismun, fe'lun, and harfun, right? And who can tell me what is an ism and how you can describe or you can remember ism? What is so special about ism?
Can I say?
Assalamualaikum.
Can I say, sister?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. An
Wa alaikum
ism,
assalam wa barakatuhu.
yeah, an ism is a name of a person, place, thing, idea, adjective, adverb, and more things. Suppose a person, I should, I will say Rahat. It is a name and a place. Suppose Toronto. Toronto is a place. Thing, a table, a chair, like that. Idea, that idea is the thing that we cannot touch. Suppose Islam, then adjective is the adjective is who what in English describes noun, that is suppose a tall, the boy is tall, that is adjective. And adverb, it is time related, when the work has done, that is not so sorry, that is that it describes adjective, that is he works slowly, that is slowly
How
is
the
the
action is done, basically. How the action is done. So action
action
is
is done.
happening slowly, quickly, right? Yeah.
G. This is these all are ism
Okay.
in under
And we
Arabic.
also type, yeah, Jazakallah khairan kasira, barakallah fiki. And we also learned that ism is timeless,
Yeah,
right?
timely. Yeah. G.
And it does not have any action in it.
Mm.
If there is no action, that means there is no doer as well, right? So we need to
G.
remember all these things about ism. And one thing I think last class, when we were talking about ism, and for the place, someone said masjidun, right? And
G.
I said masjidun, it's not a particular place. So let me fix my what I meant. So masjidun, yes, masjidun is an ism, right? Because masjidun literally mean, inshallah, soon you would be able to understand what is going on in this word. Within that word, masjidun mean this is a time and place of sajda.
Oh, mashallah.
Masjidun is time and place of sajda, right? So yes, it is an ism, right? But when I was, we can, it can go in the category of ism. But if then some ism are common and some ism are proper. Like if I say masjid, this is common ism. But when I say al masjidul haram, right? Now this is a particular
Proper
masjid,
name. Yeah,
right?
proper name. G.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a proper name. So we need to keep that in mind. I thought that masjidun, yes, we can count it as a ism as well. Okay. So, okay, now moving on, fail. What is a fail? Who can describe?
Can I say Stara?
Go ahead.
Okay, Bismillah. It's a fail is a word that the meaning can be understood without any um, need for or combine to other things. It has a meaning by itself, like it's a complete sentence, like nasara. And fail has a time, and it needs a doer, and it's
exactly. It has action. It has time, right?
Yeah, and it's
So,
kind of past tense, future, and now present.
Perfect. So for fail, we need to remember three things. Fail has action, fail has time, and fail has doer, right? So something that is stuck in time basically is the fail, and we know that we have past, we have present, and we have future. And then herf is very simple and easy, right? So it's not gonna make any sense unless some fail or some herf come with it. Then we also talked about four properties of an ism, because we are going to our like theory is gonna talk about ism. And for ism, we need to remember the car. How many wheels a car has? Four wheels, right? So we're gonna remember that an ism is like a car. It has four properties. And what are these properties? Someone can remind me?
Status, number, gender, time.
Status, number, gender, type.
Exactly. Status, number, gender, and type. And we are not going to talk about number, gender, or type. I just gave a little description in the last class. Our topic, the topic we are going to look into detail is now our status from onward today's class. Okay, so we are going to talk about status. And what does status tells us?
Status tells us the role the ism is playing in a sentence.
Plays in the sentence.
Exactly. So we need to remember that definition. It is important. So status basically tells us what, because you know the word, the sentence is bunch of different words. They are together, right? And they are linked together. They have some connection together. And so what role a word is playing in the sentence, the status is gonna let us know. And what is status? Status is like, you know, the word kitab. Sometimes you're gonna see the word kitab written as kitabun. Sometimes it's gonna be written like kitaban. And sometimes you're gonna see it like kitabin. What is the translation of kitabun?
A book.
What is the translation for kitaban?
A book.
A book, same, but in
A book.
same.
Kitabin, a book.
Same, a book. Yeah.
Okay. So the translation is same, a book. If translation is same, a book, then why sometimes it is kitabun, why sometimes it is kitaban, and why sometimes it is kitabin? And believe me, once you understand the status really well, right, what gonna happen? Memorization of Quran, memorization of duas, gonna be piece of cake. Subhanallah. So you will not be confused, okay, when you're memorizing that, okay, should I put my bunhu over here, bun over here, or bin over here, or bu or ba and bi? Last time we didn't talk about one haraka. We were talking over here that sometimes it gonna be kitabun, kitaban, and kitabin, but I'm telling you now, sometimes you're gonna see as kitabu, kitaba, or kitabi. And sometimes you're gonna see, look at al-kitabu, al-kitaba, and al-kitabi, right? And we are going to see why is that so, okay? And that is very important stuff. So this is basically status. And the default state of any ism is that it is always going to have dhamma. And basically Dammatain, meaning to the mass. That is the default state of any ism. This is a default state of any ism. Otherwise, if you see kitaban, there is some reason why this word is kitaban. We need to find out what is the reason. If it is kitabin, there is a reason. So we are going to figure it out. Why? What is the reason behind it? Inshallah. Okay, so what is the default state of any ism?
Kitaba, kitabu, kitabin.
Kitab. Dammatain. Kitabun. Okay. Kitabun. Qalamun. Baytun. Masjidun. Right? So you're gonna hear dun at the end. That is the default state of any ism.
What about sister Al-Kitabu?
I told you, stay tuned. Just listen what I'm saying, you will get your answer. Okay?
Yeah, affected by some.
Okay, so moving on. And so last class, we also have, we learn how to ask a question, right? So asking a question, we can use man and ma. So ma haza, what is this? Or man haza, who is this? Right? So man and ma, we are seeing as a asking question. And even ahaza baytun. So is it? So now when we say ahaza, we are seeking answer. Is it? So we know ahaza baytun, is this a house? Right? So a house or a masjid. So basically we are looking at some kind of option, right? So then ahaza is going to be used. So mahaza is like when you are totally, you do not have any idea, then you're gonna say mahaza, right? So then that is the difference between ask a question ma and a. And how we are going to answer this question? With either la mean not or no, right? And naam mean yes. And then we know man is for people and ma is for a non-living thing. And we also learned the shortcut of recognizing an ism. What is the shortcut of recognizing an ism?
Tanveen in the last letter.
One person at a time.
All in the
mean,
first.
Can I respond to that question?
Yeah.
and alif lam.
Yeah, exactly. So someone already said that. Okay, so is tanmeen one thing, ta marbuta number 2, and number 3 al. Okay, so these 3 things we need to remember. These are the markers of an ism being an ism. How this is how we can recognize it. And that was the homework from last class. And now we are going to move on. So this class we are going to talk about ism, and ism has 3 status. So we said that ism has 4 properties. What are they? Status. Whenever I'm going to look at an ism, I need to check the status of an ism. What is the status of it in this ism? I need to check the number of that ism. I need to check the gender of this ism. I need to check the type of that ism. Okay, so number, just a little review, even though last class I mentioned. So when I say status, this is what we are going to talk about today. For number, I said in Arabic, there can be singular, then there can be dual, and then there is going to be plural. So the ism can be one. Ism if there are 2 isms, there are 2 things, right? So then we are going to use the dual version of it. We are not going to use plural. In English, we have either singular and then we have plurals, right? But in Arabic, we have singular, then we have dual, singular I can put as, then we have dual for like two, and then we have plural. So that is the number. So every time I'm going to look at the ism, I need to check its number. Okay, what is the number of that ism? What is the gender of this ism? Gender could be obviously masculine and feminine. So, and default state of any ism is that this is male. Muzakkar. Default state is muzakkar, unless I know some markers. Inshallah, we are going to learn about them. Unless we have these marker and that makes this word muannas. Okay, so default state of any ism is, we said in status, it is un, the matain. Default, obviously we can say it's supposed to be singular, right? And then we can make dual and plural of it. For gender, it's supposed to be masculine. For type, it's supposed to be common. Right? We know common and proper. So the default state of any ism should be that it is common, and then we can make it proper. So now 4 properties of any ism, and today we are going to talk about only status. What is status? Okay, status, I told you guys that status is very important. It is going to tell us that why sometimes we have dhammatain or fathatain or kasratain. There is reason behind it, and inshallah today's lesson gonna be very important because that's gonna tell us why is that so. So now status is all about what a word is doing in the sentence. There are 3 kinds of status: rafa, nasab, and jar. So if I ask you how many different kind of status, what should be your answer?
3.
3 kinds of status, and what are they?
Rafa, nasab, jar.
Rafa, nasab, and jar. And when I say rafa, it means 2 dhamma or 1 dhamma on that ism. So it could be qalamun or qalamu, or even al-qalamu. Okay, so if I ask you what is the status of qalamu, what should be your answer? Rafa. If I ask you what is the status of qalamun, your answer is Rafa. If I ask you what is the status of al-qalamu, Rafa. And when I say Rafa means that this ism is playing the role, very important role. This is basically the subject of the sentence, or it is the doer of the action. Okay, 2 things. When I say Rafa, what should come into your mind? That this is the doer of the action, or this is the main subject of the sentence. Make sense?
Yes, Ustaza.
Next one, nasab. So what haraka we are going to associate with nasab?
Fatah.
Exactly, fathatain. Okay, so it could be 2 fathas, it could be 1 fatha, right? So basically fatha is going to be associated with what? With nasab. So let's take the same example. So qala Qala. Okay, one thing we need to remember in writing. When we are adding two fathatain on any ism, what's gonna happen in writing? We need to bring this alif. I cannot write qala man like that. That would be wrong. Okay. So what change I have to do in writing?
Alif.
Alif. Put alif.
Yes. So for kitab.
Al-kitab.
So for kitab,
Kitab.
you're gonna say kitaban with alif. I'm talking about fathatain. Whenever we have to put two fathas on any ism, this is what it's gonna happen when we are writing it. We need to bring this alif. So kitaban, that is the nasab. Or it could be just kitaba with one fatha. Okay, then we don't have to bring alif. Kitaba. Or even it could be, sorry, al-kitaba. So what is the status of kitaba?
Nasab.
Nasab. So a sound, un sound, we have associated with rafa, un sound. Okay, so you can say un like that. Un or u. I don't know how to, if you wanna say in English, you can say un and u. Okay, un and u, these two sounds you are going to associate with rafa. And for un, so un, maybe, I don't know how should I write with a then, un or a?
Yes. Un. Yes. Un.
Okay, so an and a, we are going to associate for nasab. So, oops, okay. And even al-kitaba, so only one fatha, right? So this is the status is nasab over here. An or a, we are going to associate with fatha. And what is, if there is fathatain or one fatha on the ism, basically that is the object of the sentence or the detail of the action. Okay, so just listening to the sounds at the end of an ism, even though you do not know the translation of that word, just listening to the sound, you would be able to know, okay, this word is playing the role of rafa over here. That means it is the doer or the main subject. And when you hear unsound or a sound, you can tell, oh, this is the detail. Okay, so this is subhanallah. Just listening to the sounds, you would be able to understand what role an ism is playing in the sentence. So rafa stand for
Dhamma.
Dhamma
is the doer of the
and
action.
doer of the action or subject of the action. And nasab stand for
Object of the action or detail of the action.
And what sound you are going to associate with nasab?
An or un.
An or a sound. Perfect. Now moving on to our third status, which is jar. So jar means if you see what sound you are going to associate with it in. Yeah, exactly. So in or e sound.
In sound.
In or e sound. So in or e sound. So that is our jar. And when you hear any ism which is giving you in or e sound, that means either this word is showing some possession. Okay, it is showing some possession. That's why it is jar in status. And there is another reason. Inshallah, soon we are going to talk about it. But for now, you can just remember one reason. And what is that reason? That there is some sense of belonging.
Oh.
Someone belongs something. For example, when we say fi kitabillahi. Now kitabi, what status is kitabi?
Jar.
Jar. What status the word Allah over here? Jar.
Possession, possessor of.
Yeah, so okay, let's leave kitabi. So just focus on the word Allah over here. The word Allah, I hear E sound, right? So that means this is jar. And I said that for jar is basically someone belongs something, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala belongs what? Kitab. Kitab belongs to subhanallah. Kitab belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not Allah belong, I said it wrong. Kitab belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So who is possessor over here? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the possessor of the book. Right? So see, this is how the jar status gonna work. So how many different kind of status we are learning?
3.
Okay, someone need to say it. What are they? And how we are going to sound? We are going to associate. One person at a time, not muchly bazaar, please. One person. Rafa, Nasab, and Jar. Okay. So tell me about Rafa. What do you know about Rafa?
It has a sound.
Rafa is the subject of the sentence or doer of the action.
And what sound you are going to associate?
U and un.
Very good. Two dhammas or one dhamma. Good. One next person. Tell me about Nasab. What
Nasab tells us about the object of the sentence, and it has either a fathatain or fatha, an and a.
Perfect. Okay, how about Jar?
Can I say it?
Mm-hmm.
Jar, jar shows the possession of the ism of the sentence, and it carries 2 kasras or 1 kasra.
Exactly.
And it belongs to some.
Yeah. So jar is basically telling us the sense of belonging. Right? Basically, both are going to be ism. One ism is possessing something. Okay? That is our jar status. Okay, so far is clear? 3 status. Any question?
Can I get a little clear of the Rafa and Nasab again? Meaning, what is there?
Okay, inshallah, this next slide gonna make it more clear. So stay tuned. Now, status, we are saying Arab. Another name for status is Arab. Okay, what is the Arabic term? Arab. Arab can be of 3 kinds. What are they? It could be Rafa. It could be Nasab. Or it could be Jar. Okay. Now, look at the sentence over here. And for Rafa, we said this basically this is the doer of the action, or it could be the subject of the action, subject of the sentence, right? And we are going to associate un sound with it. So now look at the example over here. Naswara Khalidun. What sound did you hear?
Rafa.
So who is the doer here?
Khalidun.
Very good. So Khalid helped. Khalid helped. Why I am saying it Khalid helped? Because Khalid is the doer of the action in this sentence, because Khalid has un sound on it. Now look at the second example. Naswara Khalidan. What sound did you hear? So now, is that Khalid still the doer of the action here?
No, he's the receiver of the action.
It's the subject.
So
Object.
how are we gonna translate now? How are we gonna translate now? Nasara mean he helped. So we're gonna say he helped Khalid. So now Khalid is the object over here. Khalid is the subject, or we said doer over here. Why I know that? Because Khalidun is Rafa over there and Khalidun is Nasab over here. That is giving me the answer that who is the doer and who is the receiver of the action or the object. Now look at the third example. Kitabu Khalidin. What sound I'm hearing? In sound, which is jar. This is going to give me the sense of belonging. So Khalid.
Book belongs to Khalid.
Book belongs to Khalid. Right? Book of Khalid or Khalid's book. So this Khalidin is telling me that this is jar in status. And this is basically Khalid possess something.
Yeah.
Make sense now?
Yes.
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 Look at more example here. Yuhibbullahu. Yuhibbu mean he loves, right? And then you see the word Allahu. What do you hear at the end?
Ooh sound. Ooh.
Ooh. So that means the word Allah is what status?
Rafa. Subject.
Rafa. That is the doer.
Doer. He's a subject.
Okay.
So Allah
So
loves.
Allah loves. Now mu'minan. What do you hear?
This is Nasab, object.
Nasab. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves
Mu'minan.
mu'minan. So that is the object. And over here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the doer. And then if I say Musliman.
Allah is doer and Musliman is object.
Exactly. Right? So just listening to the sound
there
can
are
help us out.
two objects.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
just,
either
you
or?
can say Yuhibbullahu mu'minan or Yuhibbullahu musliman.
It's just the one sentence, different object.
Yeah, just one sentence, and I'm just giving you options. You can say Yuhibbullahu mu'minan. So mu'minan is the object, or you can say Yuhibbullahu musliman. So musliman is the object here. Now another example. Uhibbullaha. So the word Allah, what status is the word Allah over here? Nasab, it's detail. It's the object.
Object, yeah.
Not the doer, right? Because uhibbu mean I love. So who is the doer in I love?
I.
Okay. So I'm the doer. I love, and who I love? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So see, that's why since I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? It is giving me more, giving the more detail over here. I love who? I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So it's giving more detail.
Uhibbu is a dafa. Uhibbu.
No, it's a verb.
Uhibbu is a fail. We do not know
Fail,
it about anything. So just focus on the word Allah over here. Okay, so don't worry about uhibbu. I'm gonna give you the meaning of it. This is fail. We are not talking about fail yet.
No, but I was curious. The uhibbu, wouldn't that belong to Rafa with the u sound, and that's a
No,
subject?
fail does not have this status. We are talking about ism. Okay, fail is different topic. That's why we are not touching topic of fail right now. We are talking about ism. Okay, so what is ism in this sentence? The word Allah is the ism in this sentence. And what is the status of this ism? It is nasab. That means it is the object, right? And that's why we are saying I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the detail basically. That's why we are saying that nasab refers to detail. Make sense?
Sister, I is subject. Hebrew is
okay. Don't worry about it. No, I'm not talking about fail over here. Your focus should be where?
Yeah. Then
on the word Allah.
okay.
So
Okay,
just
so just
focus
focus
on
on the
Uhibbu Allah. Allah is nasab.
yes. Allah.
Yeah,
Don't
the
say Allah
word
is
Allah.
nasab.
Yeah, the word
But
Allah.
did you hear me saying for the last 30 minutes? I'm using the word Allah. We're not gonna
Allah.
say that Allah is nasab or Allah is rafa or Allah is
The word Allah is nasab. Yeah. Here the
okay.
word Allah is nasab. Yeah.
Okay, so always say the word Allah. So the word Allah is nasab over here. That means this is the object, right? Someone loves Allah. So this is giving us detail. Over here, Allahu was telling us that Allah loves someone. Right?
Yeah.
So see the difference? When the word Allahu is used, that was the doer. Now Allah, now this is the object. And then third example of jar we're gonna look at. If you see the word khalqillahi, khalq mean creation. Creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you see the word Allah jar in status, right? So creation belongs to who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything and everyone is creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So see the difference between the word Allahu, Allah, and Allahi.
what
right?
the
And how
Allahu.
and,
There is who over there.
okay, my dear sister, please stay on the topic. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna go there, right? But just stay what I'm explaining right now. So over here, the word Allah is Rafa over here. That's why we are going to translate like a doer. Over here, Nasab, we are going to translate like object. Over here is giving the sense of belonging, right? So this is Jarin status. All three status are covered. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Yes.
So you know the difference between, what is the difference between Allahu, Allah, and Allahi?
Yes, Ustad.
Yes.
Okay, so now see this word over here that I put. Do not jump on the next sentence or next thing. I'm coming over there, right? So that's not a good example for other people. Khalaqallahu. So the word Allah is Rafa over here.
Sure.
Meaning He is the doer. And khalaqa mean created. So how are we going to translate? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. This is the meaning of this sentence. Right? Allahu. Now, if by mistake this word Allahu, you replace it with Allah, see how you are messing up with the translation? You are saying that someone created Allah, na'uzubillah. Right? So that's why it is really important that we learn Arabic. It is really important that when we are reciting Quran Pak, and specifically when there is a word Allah and even Rasul, and because we're gonna completely change, gonna change the meaning if we are messing up with these harakas. You see the difference over here? Khalaqallahu and khalaqallaha.
Yeah.
Right? How wrong it could be if you utter this word. Right?
Yes.
So that's why.
May Allah
That's why. Yeah.
Sister, I have a question.
Hmm?
So if we have to say something was created by Allah, so what would we put at the end? Allahu or Allah? Like something was created by, let's say,
Khalaqallahul insana. Right? Khalaqallahu al insana, you can say. Sorry.
But if we have to write insan was created, but that's like Allah created insan. But if we have to write
that is different,
insan.
my love. What level are you?
Basic.
Level?
Basic.
Yes, so please hold on. Okay?
Okay.
That is fail. We are not going to talk about fail at all.
But I'm just saying first that is some Allah would still have the on top of it.
No, I'm not gonna talk about it later. I'm not gonna confuse other people. Okay? If you are interested to know, then stay connected. Inshallah, you will get your answer very soon. Okay, now look at these example in these sentences. I ate too much chocolate. My tooth is hurting. The dentist gave me root canal or filling. So now if you focus on this word I, my, and me, what picture gonna come into your mind if you hear these words? Your own picture. Your own picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Your own picture. So all these sentences are talking about who? Talking about you or me.
Me.
If I'm talking to myself, I eat too much chocolate, right? Yeah. But is that possible that I can replace I with my? So I can say my ate too much chocolate? Or I say I tooth is hurting?
No.
Or I say that dentist gave I or my filling?
No.
Does it make sense? No, even though this is the same person, right? But we cannot replace I, my, and me. So basically, this is the status, right? This is the status. I is basically, you can take it as a Rafa status, right? My, you can take it as a jar status, because that's going to show some possession. My book. So book belongs to me, right? Or me, he helped me. So now I'm the receiver of the action. He helped me. So now this is nasab, right? So this is how you should understand the status. So one more, and that is inshallah last time. When you hear un or u sound, What is that? What status is it?
Rafa.
Rafa. And Rafa stands for
Subject.
doer or subject. If you hear an or a sound,
Mansoob.
nasab. And nasab stands for
Object. Receiver.
object or detail.
Detail.
And if you hear in or e sound,
Majroor.
Jar.
jar.
Possession.
Okay. And jar stand for possession.
Possession.
Okay. And we are saying possession. This is one job of it. Okay. So inshallah soon we are going to see that there are different reasons for an ism to be a jar. Okay, now I need some singer over here. Do we have singer in our class in Zoom?
Yes.
Is Sister Mumtaz here by any chance?
No, she's not, but Sister Sabia is there. She can do it.
Oh, okay, Sister Sabia. Okay, go ahead, Sister Sabia. You know that song?
Yes, sister.
Okay, go ahead. You're gonna
when I
sing
say
for us.
dun like masjid dun, it's marfu. Oh yes, it's marfu. When I say dan like masjidan, it's mansoob. Oh yes, it's mansoob. When I say din like masjidin, it's majroor. Oh yes, it's majroor. So dun dan 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 din din dun dun dan dan din din dun dun dan dan din din dun dun dan dan din din.
Beautiful, mashallah. I love baking. So, did you get this song? When you are going to hear dun sound, right? So, like masjidun. So, this is basically rafa or marfu. So, we said rafa. Another term you're gonna use that marfu. Marfu. Marfu is same like rafa. Okay, but we need to remember both terms, marfu and rafa. And when you hear, and that is basically the main subject of the sentence. If you hear masjidan, so this is nasab, this is detail, this is the object, right? And when you hear masjidin, then this is majroor. Okay, for nasab, another term you're gonna remember is mansoob. Okay, and for the last one, masjidin, you're gonna call it jar or majroor. So what terms we need to remember? Rafa and marfu for un sound, nasab, mansoob for
Unsound. And
jar and majroor for in sound.
In sound.
Okay, someone need to repeat.
Rafa and marfu for the on sound, and nasab and mansoob for the unsound, and then in sound is jar and majroor.
Perfect. Perfect. So if you wanna, you can memorize this song, and inshallah that song gonna help you when you hear some sound, and you can relate to that song. Inshallah that gonna help you. Okay, now let's move on to our Madina book lesson. So ma and man, in this lesson we are going to look at ma hada. Can someone do the translation and read that lesson?
I can do
the whole page.
Yeah. Ma hada masjidun. What is this? This is a masjid. Man hada tajirun. Who is this? This is a merchant. Hada qalbun. This is a dog. Is this هذا كلب? Is this a dog? No, sorry. لا هذا كت. No, this is a cat.
Perfect. Barakallahu fiki. Next one, someone else. Read the whole page.
I can do that.
Haza himarun. This is a donkey. Ahaza himarun. Is this a donkey? La. Haza hisanun. No, this is a horse. Wama haza. And what is this? Haza jamalun. This is a camel.
Perfect. Okay, so now if I ask you himarun, what kind of word is it?
Marfu, the object.
Marfu.
Marfu. Unsound.
Okay, it is rafa and marfu. Perfect. What else?
The subject.
This is subject. What else do you know?
Ism. It's an ism.
It's ism.
Ism, yeah, that's what I want to hear. Okay, so this is an ism. Why? Because I see tanween at the end.
Ism.
Okay, so this is as okay. What do you remember about the word haza?
Pointer word.
Small ishara. Pointer.
I want to hear Arabic term.
Ismul
ishara.
What kind of ismul ishara? Because there are many different kind of ismul ishara.
Near one.
Ismul ishara kareeb.
One person at a time, ladies. We are adults.
اسم الإشارة للقريب.
Perfect. Ismul ishara lil kareeb. And ismul ishara lil kareeb, we know that there these asma, these ismul ishara, they can be singular, they can be dual, or they can be plural. So which one is this one here?
Singular.
Okay, haza is an ism. Okay, and we said that ism has 4 properties, right? So whenever you're gonna look at an ism, we need to look at its 4 properties. So for haza, we're gonna status. I'm not gonna talk about status, but we can talk about number. The things that are very obvious. So number is singular. What is the gender?
Masculine.
Masculine. Last time I told you guys. And for type, status, number, gender, type, I'm gonna just tell you that all these asma, whenever you see a pointer words, you're gonna also say they are proper. Okay, so for haza, we're gonna say this is singular, this is masculine, and this is proper. Now himarun is also an ism, right?
I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. How do we determine this? I'm sorry.
We're gonna learn. Right now I'm telling you, so take my words, and inshallah soon we are going to talk about them in detail. Right now you're gonna just remember that haza is singular, haza is masculine, and haza is proper. That's it. Okay, now look at the next word, himarun. Is that an ism?
Yes.
So if it is ism, I need to know its 4 properties. Give me its 4 properties. So 4 properties are status, number, gender, and type. Now you tell me, what is the status of it? Because we learn about status now.
Rafa.
What is the number?
Singular.
Singular, because we are saying this is a, right? So a mean that this is singular.
Masculine.
Now what is the gender?
Masculine.
Masculine. What is the type?
Proper.
Why proper?
Common.
Last class we learn if you see a tanween at the end, then this word is common. Ism is common, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So alhamdulillah, in 2 classes we are able to find out the 4 properties of an ism. That's a great achievement, inshallah. Now Hisanun, same. It is Rafa. It is singular. It is masculine. It is common. Jamalun, same. You're gonna say it is Rafa. It is singular. It is masculine. And it is common. Subhanallah. Who said that Arabic is hard? Is it?
did.
Okay, now.
Doubt.
Yeah.
How did you say it is proper and it is common? In that I have a doubt.
Okay. Last class. Did you listen to last class?
No, today is my first class.
That's why. So you need to go back, learn, you need to listen to the recording of your last class, and then I'm going to talk about it next class if you still didn't get it, okay? That's why, ladies, I highly recommend do not come to this class if you did not hear the previous recording. You will be lost.
Okay, but where will I get recording, sister?
In the group.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so now who is going to read this page quickly?
I want to do that. Ma haza. What is this? Haza deacon. This is a rooster. Man haza. Who is this? Haza mudarrisun. This is a teacher. Haza qamisun. Is this a blouse? La haza mandilun. No, this is a shawl.
Mindi. Not shawl. It's handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now mudarrisun. Is that an ism?
Yes.
Yes.
Give me 4 properties of this ism.
It's
Status,
singular,
number,
masculine,
gender, type. Yes.
singular,
No, we're gonna go in order. Status, number, gender, type.
marfua,
Rafa.
Singular,
singular, masculine, and common.
Masculine,
and
common. Good. Kamisun. Give me 4 properties.
Marfu,
Singular.
Singular.
masculine, and common.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So this is how you guys are going to play around with all these words. Whatever we are learning, apply it. You're not gonna just translate and that's it. You are going to ponder over each and every word. Ma. If I ask you what kind of word is ma, what should be your answer?
What?
Question.
Harf of asking a question, and I'm going to give you a term. Harfu istafham. Istafham means asking a question. Harf of istafham. Okay, so ma is harfu istafham, the particle that is going to use to ask a question. Haza, what should be, how you are going to describe haza?
Mulishara lil qarib.
Ismul ishara lil qarib. And then we can find out the 4 properties of it. What are the 4 properties of haza?
Singular, Rafa.
Rafa,
Singular,
we are not
masculine,
sure,
and
but
common.
Rafa,
yes.
singular,
Masculine and common.
masculine, and common.
Not common is that they are always proper. Okay. Rafa, we can leave that alone because we have not done, right? And this is a tricky word. It's not going to show us oo, ah, and e sound. So that's why we are not talking about its status yet. But we can talk about its number, which is singular, and masculine because I told you, and proper because I told you. So, so we need to remember these things. Now, moving on. Tamreen. Tamreen means like exercise, practice. So these are all, alhamdulillah, easy exercise. I think you guys can do it with your own. And we are going to move on our lesson number 2. In lesson number 2, we are going to learn another Ismul Ishara. So there are going to be many Ismul Ishara. One is for actually there are 2. One is Lil Kareeb and other one is Lil Baid. But these one have dual and then plural as well, right? Right now, we are talking about just their singular version of it. So Haza is singular, Zalika is singular. But Haza is Lil Kareeb and Zalika is Lil Ba'id. So what is the opposite of Kareeb? Ba'id. Okay, so that's why you're gonna say Ismul Ishara Lil Ba'id. And you're gonna say this is the far pointer because it is pointing to the something that is far, that we're gonna use the word. And this is masculine and this is singular. And I'm gonna add this is proper. So all Ismul Ishara are going to be proper. So Haza is proper, Zalika is also proper when it comes to type of it.
Is it Rafa?
Make sense? Sorry?
Is it in Rafa status, right?
Okay, we are not going to talk about status because I told you these words are different. They are tricky. So we are not going to talk about their status yet. We are not ready for it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, Zalika, ma Zalika. How are we going to translate?
What's that?
What is that?
What is that?
What is that? Okay, not what is this, what is that? Because Zalika is Ismul Ishara lil Ba'id. And what is the answer?
Zalika
Najmun.
That is a star.
That is a star.
That is a star. That is a star. Okay, a star.
Ustada, can I ask a question?
Yes.
How do we decide that this is Ismul Ishara Lil Ba'id?
Zalika is the
Because we learned about Haza last class.
Correct.
And Haza, how we were translating, this is. For
Okay.
Zalika, we're gonna translate that.
Okay, got it. Jazakallah.
Okay, so that's why we are saying Lil Ishara, Ismul Ishara Lil Ba'id. Now, next one, Haza Masjidun.
This is masjid.
This is
Okay,
masjid.
one person gonna read the whole page quickly. We are running out of time fast.
Zalika, should I go? Zalika?
Yeah.
Zalika Najmun. What is that? That is the star. Haza Masjidun. This is a mosque. Wazalika Baitun. And that is a house. Haza
Perfect.
Hisan. Wazalika Himarun. This is a horse and that is a donkey.
Perfect. Okay, so we need to memorize this vocabulary. Hisanun mean horse, and Himarun mean donkey. And even Himar is used in Quran Pak as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we are learning vocabulary over here. Next one, who gonna read it quickly?
Dhalika kalbun, la dhalika kittun. Is that
one person at a time? Yeah.
Is that a kalbun? That a dog? A dog? La, no. Dhalika kittun. That is a kittun, kitten or cat.
Very
Anything.
good. Very good. Next one.
Ma dhalika.
What is that?
Zalika sarirun. Ma zalika ma what is that? Zalika sarirun, that is a bed.
Perfect. Good job. Okay, next one.
Man hada, man hada, woman.
One person at a time, please.
Man hada, woman dhalika. Who is this and who is that? Hada mudarrisun wa dhalika imamun. This is a mudarris, the teacher, and that is the imam. Ma dhalika, what is that? Dhalika hajarun, that is a rock or stone. Hada sukarun wa dhalika labanun, this is sugar and that is milk.
Perfect. So see how, subhanallah, this book is beautiful, how he is bringing the previous lesson and the new lesson together, right? So it is beautifully being together. Haza ismul ishara lil qarib and dhalika ismul ishara lil ba'id, right? And we are keep having ism with it, right? So subhanallah, if you guys gonna stick to it, inshallah, Arabic gonna be so fun and easy for you guys.
Jazakallah khairan.
Okay, now tamreen. So tamreen ikra waqtu. What is ikra mean?
Read and write.
Read and write.
And waqtu mean write.
Right.
And you are not going to read and write only, rather you are going to ponder over them and you are further going to label what is haza, right? And you can find out the properties of that word sukarun. Okay, so you are going to go more. And al kalimatu jadidatun mean new vocabulary, basically, right? These are the new vocabulary. Imamun mean in front of. We didn't have this word imam in the sentence, in the lesson.
Yes.
No,
right?
we didn't.
Last slide
We had last
No,
sentence.
I didn't. Okay.
I read that one.
Okay,
Okay.
so imam, we know that imam is a leader who is like leading the salah, right?
Okay,
Or
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
hajarun, rock, sukarun, sugar, labanun, milk, right? And then we have this homework. So you are going to read through and answer these questions. And then
Can you please go back to homework slide?
Yeah.
Can you? Yes, thank you. I'll take. Okay. I took a picture.
Okay. And then we have some vocabulary words over here because this book is very easy. It's basically for, I think, little kids, right? So we can increase our more vocabulary with the with these vocabulary slides, inshallah. So abun mean father, and then abun is singular. The plural is abahu, abaun, right? That is the plural of it. So ummun, one mother, a mother, we're gonna say. Then ummahatun is the plural. So I really want that we can memorize this vocabulary, inshallah. And these are all words from Quran Pak. So that's gonna help you. And one more thing you can see, that to turn the singulars into rafa, nasab, and jar. And I put example over here. Abun, aban, and abin. Right? Or you can say the word qalbun, right? So what you gonna do?
Qalbin.
Qalban. Go in order. Okay.
Qalbun,
Then
qalbin.
qalban. We're gonna put alif with it.
Okay.
And then qalbin. We need to remember that this
Qalbin.
alif is important. Okay. Qalbin. But one thing, ghurfa, When we have ta marbuta at the end like that, then we do not going to add alif with it when we are making it mansoob with the two fathatan. So for example, ghurfa,
Alif ta, no?
ghurfa, tun,
Urfatun.
even ghurfa,
Ghurfatan.
tan will be same.
Ghurfatan, ghurfatin.
Urfatin. Okay.
Okay.
With
The point
tamar.
I'm make over here, we are not going to add alif over here.
So this hurfa is feminine.
Yes. This is the ta marbuta is telling that this is feminine.
Ta marbuta.
And what about this zurriyatun?
Sorry?
Zurriyatun. Is the same
Yeah.
apply?
Whenever you see ta marbuta at the end, then when you are making it mansoob with two fatha tain, you are not going to add alif with it because this word is feminine.
Okay.
And with the words that are ending on ta marbuta, when we are making the mansoob with two fathas, we are not going to add alif. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is baytun over here has ta marbuta?
Where? Which?
Baytun, ta marbuta. Is it ta marbuta or something else?
No.
No, it's not.
Okay, so do not confuse this ta with ta marbuta. For this, we're gonna say baytan. With the alif, we're gonna add baytan.
Baitan.
Same over here.
Bayutun.
Uhtun, right? This ta over here.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. So this is not ta marbuta.
Yes.
Hayatun has ta marbuta in it. Kariyatun has ta marbuta. Right? So whenever ta marbuta, you're not going to add alif with it.
Ta
That's basic.
marbuta is round with two dots, right? So
Yeah. This hayatun.
it's actually ha, right?
Yeah, when we are pausing, then we are saying it like. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so inshallah, we are
Thank
going
you
to
so
end up
much. Are
over
we
here.
done? Thank you so much.
Yes, we are done. Let me finish the recording with dua. Ya barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quranil Hakim wa nafani wa iyyakum bi ayati wa zikril hakim. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa nastaghfiruka wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifuna wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair, sister.
Barakallah.